Hi, welcome to an edition of Larry's First Impressions Beer Reviews. Today we're going to take a look at a beer right here in my hometown, Grand Haven, Michigan, Oddsides Ales. Oddsides Ales has a beer. It's an Imperial Rye Milk Stout with vanilla beans, aged in rye whiskey barrels, called the Nightman Leaveth. Oddsides has had a couple of beers they've made sort of a reference to the comedy It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I think The Nightman Leaveth is actually an episode called The Nightman Cometh. If you're a fan of Sunny in Philadelphia, you'll appreciate how they kind of tie some of their beers to some of the episodes. One of my favorite ones is The Implication, which is a badass beer from Oddsides. Anyway, so I've never had this one. This one is really intriguing because it's from Grand Haven, obviously. It's got that play on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia along with it. But it's a rye milk stout aged in rye whiskey barrels. So let's, as always, give it a crack, give it a smell, see what this bad boy's got going on. I actually got this for Christmas out of an Advent beer case that my wife had gotten me, and I've been saving it because of the 11% alcohol content in it, and I wanted to do a really good beer review on it. So this is something that is probably maybe upwards of $5 per bottle because of the high alcohol content. The artwork, I don't know, maybe it leaves a little bit to be desired, but they got that tied to Sunny in Philadelphia that I approve of. I love that show. I love Oddsides, so how could we go wrong, right? It's not as boozy as the first smell off the bottle as I was expecting. So there is some booziness there, and I get a hint of black licorice. So let's get a pour. It's definitely a dark beer. On the bottle it said drink fresh. This stuff, I had to take a look at the bottle. It's got an obscure date, but the best I can think of, our cipher, is that it was bottled on 9/24 of 2018. It's a gorgeous, almost purplish black beer. It's got a creamy, toffee colored, tight little head on it. I didn't expect the head on a stout, but that's a very nice looking beer. It almost got purple hints to it. I get just maybe just a little bit of whiskey, but again, maybe I'm expecting black licorice. I smell a little black licorice off in the bottle. I smell a little bit of black licorice off in the smell of the snifter. So let's dive in, and hey, here's to it always being sunny in Philadelphia and to Oddsides. Cheers. Unexpectedly very, very smooth. There's some booziness there, but it isn't like as upfront and punchy in the mouth like bourbon barrels do. Maybe the rye whiskey and the rye milk stout work together so well that really deep chocolate notes filtered through there on the backside. So my first impressions are, if you like stouts and you want to try something that's not bourbon barrel aged, try a rye milk stout aged in rye whiskey barrels. What better pairing could that be? And I don't get the black licorice. It's just so smooth. It must be the milk stout that makes it so smooth. And if you're kind of, well, as people, I won't say that I'm like that, but I can be on occasion where I just kind of had it with all the bourbon barrel stuff. Um, so it's a nice change up to sample something that's not bourbon barrel aged, but still rye whiskey barrel aged. And what a what a great idea! I'm actually enjoying this a lot, and hey, get some of this stuff from Oddsides. Come to their pub in Grand Haven. You won't be disappointed. They got a lot of taps on, and they do cool stuff like this. So, um, hey, the nightman cometh and the man leaveth. Cheers.